I'm Zach Peters.
And my name is Silas Antonio.
And this is the Berkeley Podcast.
Good afternoon, Berkeley High School. Today I am joined with my associate, Ty Meret, and also someone who keeps the network running, makes sure that the Wi-Fi is good and splendid for everyone to use, and also helps us to find our passwords. We have the lovely Mr. Goliath. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good to be here.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you. And yourselves, guys?
You're doing good.
I'm doing good, sir.
All good, all good.
What's a normal day in the life for you, sir?
Normal day is at a school, first things first, that we check that everything is up and running. All servers are good and working properly. We've got internet activity, internet access, and most of all classrooms are connected for the day's activity, for the day's schooling. If we find that there's any problems, we go into problem solving immediately, so that the normal day can run. Okay.
Is it hard what you do? Would you say that the average person would be able to do what you can do? Is it something that you need to be specialized in?
I believe there's a saying that goes, if you love the work, it's never hard. It's always a pleasure to perform your duties and even go beyond just duties.
So it doesn't really feel like work, it's more of just fulfilling a passion. And
Oh yeah.
you never go at it with like, oh, just another day at work. Do you ever have those days? Or
There were a couple of days. It's normal. We are human beings. We do feel, the ups and downs at times. But you know what? Because my biggest responsibility is the timetable for the school. At the end of the year, you have to start with a timetable that can work, for the school. So that in itself is a very big responsibility.
Speaking of timetables, how long does it take to set it up?
It depends. With timetabling, the biggest part is gathering the information. If you have all the information, then you punch it into software that would do the scheduling for you.
Okay.
So what I do at Berkeley High School is I don't use the product or the end product that I get from the software. I export it to Excel, and with templates, I create a better timetable for the school. Not in the sense a better schedule, but viewing it would be better on Excel.
and is there always a sort of confirmation that has to go with creating those timetables, like with the likes of Ms. Steelers, the principal?
Of course.
Many teachers.
Yes. Before the timetable can be implemented, it must be approved. So, believe me when I say it's not just one timetable that I have to create. It's 4 or 5, and we have to choose the best one.
Okay. Was there ever a day where things went completely wrong in the workplace?
Of course, there will always be that one day. Yeah, there was once I can remember that there was one part of the school that was down for almost half a day. So that was a very, very difficult period for us. Now, I'm not the only person in IT. I've got a senior guy, Mr. Craig Murray. He's here long before me. And because he's a senior, he does all the engineer level work on the network. And he was off during that time. He was in hospital. So I had to field all the questions and all the support that needed to be done. And that half of the school was down. But we got it up at the end of the day.
Could you run us through run us through on what exactly happened on Activity Day.
We were in the process of upgrading our what is called switches. We've got switches everywhere on the network that gives connectivity to classrooms, to CCTV, to phones. We also have internet phones that work on the network. So when that part of the network is down, there's no connectivity to classrooms. So we changed. We were in the process of upgrading switches, and some of those switches in that part of the building just blocked everything. So we had to rebuild those switches.
So did you have to acquire whole new equipment?
No. The new equipment was in place.
Okay.
It is because of the new equipment it was configured incorrectly. So we had to reconfigure it to work on the network.
So like no classes got any internet?
Only that part of the building didn't have any internet.
Okay.
And did that last for the whole school day?
Not the whole school day. It was almost half a day, basically.
Okay. Do you ever get tired of students saying my Wi-Fi isn't working or I forgot my password?
I think that is where there's a little bit of a misnomer in IT. We don't know everything, but we want to help everyone. So maybe getting tired shouldn't be in our vocabulary. We just push on, and push on. Because we are building the future of individuals, students, the future of communities, the future of our country. So we are part of that building process of not getting tired.
So what would you say is the importance of IT, just in general, not just in the school space or at work, but even in the household? What is the importance of having that knowledge of IT?
Okay, we can see with the development in the world today, even when we are faced with hard decisions, the decision from Microsoft, the operating system king, that we need to change our hardware if it doesn't support the latest operating system, which is Windows 11. So we will have to change, or what we would say normally, just purchase new hardware, to accommodate that new software, the operating system. So it is really important that whilst we're in it, we want to be part of it. We want to be part of the development. We want to be part of AI. We want to be part of. We want to use ChatGPT because it's available to be used. That becomes important for us, so that we can fit in that progress, in that development of the IT industry. And it's not always that we master it, but let us, as also as students, if that is our first point of introduction to IT in a school environment, let us always try to encourage it even further by reading the necessary material, browsing the web. There's a lot of YouTube channels that's available for us to make it more interesting, more exciting. So it's available. And it's not something that we must just, hide away under a blanket. No, it's available. Use it. Okay, it's beneficial for us. Cool.
So you would say IT is definitely something that would bring a huge benefit to humanity.
Yes, by all means. The term that they use today is we want to move away from paperwork. So IT is very important. It's not just supporting, solving problems, but it's also building. It's also providing that infrastructure of progress in work environment, school environment, in private home environment. It's available.
What do you think is the basics that everyone should know? Someone like a student like us, for even a grandparent or for a parent who has no knowledge on computers, what would you say are the basic things that they need to know?
Okay, what do we have in our hands most of the time?
So,
A cell
Cell
phone.
phone. And our parents, grandparents, many of them also have cell phones. So that's a computer in your hand already. So while we may not do the computing that we do on a laptop or a PC, but it is a computer.
Hmm.
So it's there already. The technology is introduced to everyone basically, and everyone wants to be part of that technology, the development. So yes, be interested to learn. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter your age. Be interested to learn. Learn something new.
You seem like you really like your job.
Of course I do.
yeah, we even had Mr. Goliath helping us with the backdrop. It took a little bit of time there, a little, 5 to 10 minutes or so. So we also learned a thing or two about even trying to get the USB slot inside there. But yeah, what we can take from that is just trying to learn even the small things every day, not just in the IT space, but in life in general. There's always something to learn.
Yeah. Can I tell you a bit about myself, where I started?
Yeah.
I worked at Ezekiel Museums of Cape Town for 27 years. But in that 27 years, I've worked in the marine biology department, which is working with fishes, the collection of fishes. But in there, I had the interest of developing the electronic side of the collections. So when I looked at it, I was basically asked to go and do a course in Novell. I don't know if you know Novell 312. That's a different operating system than Microsoft. So I started there, and then I started to learn what is called DOS, Disk Operating System, which is still part of Windows. But it's a line command driven. So you type all your commands online, So I started there, and then I went overseas to Canada
Okay.
to represent the museums in Canada. And in our museum, that museum had the first firewall of all the museums in South Africa. So that was a really good experience for me. So security, internet security is very important. And we, at this school, fortunately, we've got a guy like Mr. Murray, who is really, really clued up with internet security. And he provides that stability to our network with his knowledge. So we've got basically two firewalls, one facing the internet and other one facing the network. And in between is what is called the safe area of networking. So we've got a really, really good Microsoft engineer in Mr. Murray. And the school is safe.
Just for everyone to know, a firewall isn't a literal firewall. it's it has to do things.
It's hardware.
It's hardware. It's on
and
the
software.
computer side. So when he's talking about firewalls and the safe area, it's not a battlefield. Nothing's happening. There's nothing scary happening. It's all part of the computing space.
Yeah, I've got three sons, and all three of them are in IT.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
My eldest son is overseas. He lives in Bristol in the UK, and he supported a group of schools basically in the IT environment. Second eldest is at UCT. He is doing his master's in internet security. And the youngest one is at another school. He is the IT manager there at that school.
So did they all just take major inspiration from you?
Yeah, that, and also the fact that I started a business. my own company, IT company.
Wow.
And the eldest, was available. He didn't work at the time, so we took over the business.
Okay.
And when he got married and moved over to the UK, the second eldest took over the business, and he developed it further.
Oh.
Okay.
So the business is still there, but it is not operational as a entrepreneurial business at the moment. A little bit of support here and there that we do get requests from people that know us already, from companies that know us already, but we don't function as a fully fledged company at this stage.
Do you still have links to the business? Do you still have bits of work? Because I know you have your work here at Berkeley High. So how?
Yeah. So I can't run the business.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not part of the business.
Yeah.
So if there's any request, my sons would do it. The two sons that here in South Africa, they would, try to sort out any requests from companies or people, individuals. So I've taken myself out of the business, and well, the business is there. It is not a fully fledged business that runs. We don't advertise.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
What's the company's name?
Goltek, Goltek.
So it's based in Bristol. In the,
No. It's
here.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
So
And for our students here, they must just be interested.
mm,
Seriously, the interest must come from them. There is a very big world out there in IT. IT is not just hardware and software. There are many areas in IT that you can go into. Software development, programming, internet security, as my second eldest son is doing. There's web development. So there's many aspects that they can go into.
It is very important nowadays, especially.
Yes, but very much so.
So apart from all the IT side, let's go more into what you see in the school grounds. What do you think students nowadays sort of lack in trying to find their interest? What do you see within the school environment that kind of steers them away from actually trying to be their true selves, if that makes sense?
Okay, I think that one of the biggest things, maybe not even IT, but one of the biggest things for our junior grades is reading. Read and read and read. Read a lot. Then reading comes. Reading is done. Reading is being done on a daily basis. Then the interest comes. So if you're interested while you read, you don't just read fiction, but there are many other books that you can read. When that interest comes and it's IT related, that bug is going to bite.
Yeah.
And when it bites, beautiful. Then there's development. Okay.
So you say
Read,
read,
read.
and you think you see a huge lack of that in our
Oh,
generation?
very much so. Very much so. Because you've got ChatGPT. So you can put anything in ChatGPT, smooth it out for me, and there's the result. The brain is not used.
That's what I've seen. You want to say something?
No.
I've seen that they've always said people nowadays, especially our generation, like Gen Z, they say we don't really read a lot, and that really doesn't help us use more of our imagination in a sense. Even without reading fiction and stuff like that, even reading like a literal book of science or even math, we don't think innovatively. We sort of just see an assignment and try to complete it by using ChatGPT. We don't actually try and reason and question why are things the way they are.
Yep.
As we were when we were kids, we were always asking our parents, why is the sky blue?
Interacting with others,
Yeah.
the human face to face.
So
Very much so.
that's why I would also say with IT, the development of it has also brought products like our cell phones, which also distracts us heavily.
Mm.
So now we're not dependent on ourselves. More of the time, we're more dependent on the use of things like ChatGPT and Google
Of course,
to
yeah.
complete things for us. And yeah, I agree with you on that point on reading
Yeah.
because we get to use more of our imagination, we can
Mhm.
be more innovative,
Mhm.
and I think that's where most of our more leaders can come from that because that's where the skills lie. That's the basis of it.
Mm.
So
Development of the brain.
Mm.
Even simple process, very simple processes. If you go and study, do you have your cell phone with you?
No.
You shouldn't. Right? Cut it off. Or even if you have your cell phone with you, put it on mute.
Yeah.
Don't let the cell phone intervene. Don't let the cell phone disturb you.
Mm.
So concentrate on your studies. Very simple stuff like that. You know, that allows you to think a little bit further as a human being, as an adult human being.
Mm.
Okay, so make those decisions in your life. So when you have to, at the later stage, when you work in the company and you have to go to meetings, you have to switch off your cell phone. Of course, you can't take can't be disturbed in the meetings when someone phones you. That's what I do. Even at home, at times, it's on mute. It's on silence.
Has there ever been times where, because we know that you are in the IT space, so has there ever been a time where you have sort of dwelled deep into your passions that you, not deep into your passions per se, but into your field of IT, like the cell phone? Has there ever been times where you've dwelled too much in it to the point where you have forgot about different things that happened around you?
I'm not sure. I don't think I allowed it in my life, so I don't know. What it really is. How do you feel at that time when it happens? I don't know, because I haven't. As I say, even now it's on silent
Well,
because I do not want to be disturbed.
so you were man with you self-control.
Not just that. This I respect you.
Mm.
I respect what you're doing,
Yeah.
and we need to develop and grow in that as human beings. Then we can everybody can respect everybody in that sense. Okay.
And
So,
just, yeah, I think that's all the questions that has been asked.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay, but there was one thing that I was thinking about. Man. Can I speak about it?
Of course.
The one problem that I had at the school
Mm.
that was it was amazing. It was there. The problem was there, but I couldn't fix it immediately. It was on the interactive whiteboard. The mouse got stuck. The mouse didn't want to move.
Mm.
So you can move the mouse and it will move on the interactive whiteboard.
Yeah.
But it didn't want to move.
Mm.
You know what it was?
What?
So the teacher allowed the tables to be in front of the interactive whiteboard, and they had bags on top of the table,
Yeah.
and the bag touched the interactive whiteboard. Just there in the corner,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
And that.
And when that happens,
Mm.
you cannot move the mouse.
Oh, okay.
So that was amazing. So it happens again. Someone, it happened again. Teacher phoned to say my mouse got stuck. So over the phone, I could provide that support to say, just check if something touched the board,
Yeah.
and it did.
So you're always learning something new.
Exactly.
The things that you preach in is, yeah. But I feel like all our questions have been answered, so we just
Yeah.
want to leave you off with a little nugget that I think Ty has.
Mm-hmm.
A little nugget like Mr. October always says when we're in our YMB sessions. But yeah, I'll just let Ty answer that question.
Okay. Is there any advice for students to get into IT?
Yes, there is. The one thing that I think people need to ask themselves, and especially if students want to enter that environment, is, do I want to do it? Not am I forced to do it? Do I want to? And if there is an interest in doing it, then sure they will do it.
Okay.
So the one thing is find the interest. And the interest is not just going to come out of the blue sky. Reading, going onto the internet and searching for those types of interests and read about it. Find out if you don't know. Go and find out. And maybe that interest will be pricked. So the one thing is be interested to do it. Okay.
Okay.
And so he's telling us to read, and we actually filming all of this in the library with Sir right now. So I'm seeing major inspiration all around me. But we would just like to thank you, sir, for
Thank you for having me.
the being part of the second podcast, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Thank you for your word of advice, for letting us into your world and understanding what you do. And I'm sure everyone is going to take a positive outlook out of this.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for being part of it. So
Thank you, sir.
All good. Thanks.
Right.
that's it.